Nitzavim, the Eleh, the Parshat Bar-Ayal, are the two parshiot that are very important because Nitzavim, we're standing now before Hashem. We're going to go through everything we've done, what Hashem wants from us. We have some tochacha in there, some admonitions. And remember that every time we turn around in the Torah, God says, I'm the Lord your God who took you out of Egypt. Now, why do we have to be reminded so many times that God took us out of Egypt? Enough already. Okay, you took us out of Egypt. But that's not what God is saying. What God is saying, I took you out from Egypt for a purpose. I didn't take you out from Egypt because, you are slaves. There were slaves in the ancient world all over the place. Remember that up until the 19th century, slavery was legal in every country on the face of the earth. If God wanted to free all the slaves, he could have done it. But he freed us not so that we would just, be free, that we would throw off the shackles of slavery. He freed us with a purpose. We have a purpose of how to run a society. The entire 40 years in the wilderness is nothing more than a university course, post-doctorate, so to speak. That this is how I want you to set up your society. You have to pay homage to me, but you also have to be moral and ethical. And it's a very interesting thing is that without morality and ethics, everything falls apart, just as without belief in God. Maimonides says in the Mishnah Torah that the beginning of wisdom is knowing there is a God. In Tehillim, in Mishlei, it says the beginning of wisdom is the fear of heaven. When John Adams was asked about the Constitution, who was it made for? And he basically said a religious population. A non-religious population, this would not go. And it's a very important thing to remember that as we have two ties to God. One is the tie that we have the mitzvot between God and man, between man and God, what we owe God, coming to daven and things of that nature. And then there's the mitzvot between man and man. And both are vital and important to the upkeep of the Jewish people. If you take away one, you take away the other. The other one will fall apart. As we approach Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, this is something very important to remember. Remember that when we approach Yom Kippur and you're asking for forgiveness, God says, wait a minute, before I can give you forgiveness, go to that God that you insulted. Ask him for his forgiveness. Okay? God will not speak to us until we make it right with our fellow Jew. Something to think about.